Introduction to GST meant discontinuing or stopping some of the previous taxes in our country. These discontinued taxes have now become part of GST itself. They have been clubbed into GST, or we can say that they have subsumed in GST. Let us now compare the tax scenario before GST came into the picture and how does the whole taxation scenario look post GST. With respect to goods first, the taxation is divided into two phases. First phase is when the goods are manufactured at that point of time, there is a duty called excise. Post manufacture, when the manufacturer sells these goods on sale, there is a separate tax. Starting with the first one, alcoholic liquor for human consumption. Okay, so alcoholic liquor for human consumption. Is there any other use of alcoholic liquor? Yes, there is another use, many other uses of alcoholic liquor. It may form part of medicines, it may form part of toiletry preparations like perfume. So, alcoholic liquor for human consumption is the product that we are going to see now. At the point of manufacture, there is excise duty, but this excise duty goes to the state. In case of liquor, the excise duty goes to the states. When there is sale, there are two taxes involved based on where the goods are being sold. If the goods are being sold in the same state where the manufacture has taken place, then in that case, there is a tax called VAT. But if the sale is interstate, then there is a tax called CST. VAT stands for value added tax. CST stands for central sales tax. Alright? With respect to alcoholic liquor for human consumption, there has been absolutely no change after GST has come into the picture. For manufacture, there is still state excise duty, and for supply, there is still VAT or CST depending upon where the goods are being sold. If we recall, the definition of GST itself in the constitution excludes alcoholic liquor for human consumption, right? So that's why on supply, there is still continuance of the old taxes of VAT or CST as the case may be. Next category, five petroleum products being petrol, diesel, petroleum crude, aviation turbine fuel, and natural gas. These five petroleum products, when they are manufactured, there is excise duty, but excise duty is by the center, not by the states. The sales scenario remains the same for all the products. Post GST, the excise duty continues as is, and on supply also there is the same tax. Since in the definition of GST given in the constitution, alcoholic liquor is the only item which has been excluded, all the other exclusions, like the exclusion for these five petroleum products, it forms part of the GST law. In the GST law, there is a specific exclusion from GST for these five petroleum products. Next category of products is tobacco and tobacco products. For manufacture, there is central excise, just like petroleum products. For sale, in all the cases, it is the same VAT or CST. Post GST, the central excise continues as is. The central excise continues as is, but for supply, now there is no more VAT or CST for these products. There is going to be GST. Opium, Indian hemp, other narcotic drugs, and narcotics. For manufacture, there is state excise duty. Post GST, the power to levy excise duty by the state continues, and for supply, there is GST. All the other goods they form part of the common bracket. Before GST came, there was central excise duty, meaning that almost on all the products there was central excise before GST. Only on two products there was state excise. Post GST, excise duty has been done away with for almost all products. Only exceptions being As per this list, the first four. On all the other products, there is no more excise duty. Now let's look at some of the interesting observations from this list. First one being these two products. These two products are outside GST. But there is a main difference. Alcoholic liquor for human consumption cannot be brought within GST at all because of the constitution definition of GST, whereas the five petroleum products can be brought in. It can be brought in, but the center and the states, they have decided not to bring in as of today. They have the power, they have not used it to bring it within GST. Next observation, these two products are the only products where state excise duty is levied. And there is a similarity between these two products. Can you tell me what it is? The similarity is that both of these are intoxicating products. So, for intoxicating products, the state has the power to tax the manufacturer. Next, these two products suffer central excise duty. Five petroleum products and tobacco products. One of them is already within GST, that is tobacco and tobacco products, and the other, that is the five petroleum products, will be brought within GST. We don't know when. Finally, these two categories of products are special. Why? Because they suffer both the new tax as well as the old tax. Which is the new tax? GST, and the old tax is central excise and state excise. Moving on. Services. Pre GST, on rendering of services, there was a tax collected by the center called service tax. Post GST, service tax has been done away with and there is only GST. Entry of goods, meaning if physically some goods are brought into the local area or the boundaries of a municipal area, then the state levied a tax called entry tax. That was for movement of goods or entry of goods into one local area from another local area. Post GST, this tax has been totally scrapped. There is no more entry tax as of today. For luxuries like entertainment, amusement, betting, and gambling, there used to be specific taxes like luxury tax, entertainment tax, etc. These were levied by the state. Post GST, the power to levy these taxes has been taken away from the states and given to the panchayat, municipality, regional, or district council. They have the power even today to levy these taxes. But as far as I am aware, as of today, no municipality, panchayat, regional, or district council is levying a tax on these activities. Finally, tax on sale or consumption of electricity levied by the state, that continues as it is even today. With this, we come to an end to this video. Let us know if we were clear in our explanation. We would love to hear from you. Do give your feedback in the comment section below. Happy learning. Bye.